options. I keep it right on the dresser next to the Oscar. Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
2nd down and 7. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Maxx Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates them because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Saints. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Saints are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints 7, Raiders 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Raiders at 4 and 3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They try to throw it on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Saints 7, Raiders 0.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Running right through him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
The extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got a man. It's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off play action, Fields. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fields. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd and very short, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. It's caught. It's Miller. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Off the left upright, it deflects away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Here we go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A handoff, Barkley running left.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jonathan Garibay on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
Garibay's kick is good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Maxx Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content.
Touchdown, Raiders!
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try... The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running left, it's Barkley.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Barkley inside handoff. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
Garibay's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wound. Turnovers, you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. With a disadvantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
In this game, it was well in hand early, never really
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we don't ride nobody way, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, that's how you know.
Look at your savings. You still wait.
double, 38. Ready. Okay, ready? 22 needle. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. 10 cycles. Hut. Set. Down. Set. Here we go. Set. Set. Cut. Set. Cut. Set. Cut. Ready. Cut. Cut. Come on. Set. Clock. 10. Ready. Here we go. Ready? Ready? Hut. Let's go. Hut, hut. Let's go now. Striker, 3-3. On the double. Ready. On the ready. Ready, ready. Here we go, here we go. Set, ready, hut. Ready. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Set. 43 rail. Set, cut. Down. Set, cut. Here we go, set. Ready, break. Hut, hut. Set, hut. Ready. Ready, ready, ready. Ready, set. Hut, hut. On the set. Fight, 97. Ready. Ready up. 17, set. Let's go. Set. Let's go now. Set, cut. Okay, right? Set, go. Here we go, here we go. Set, ready, cut, cut. Ready. Drill 52, ready. Okay, ready? Ready? Ready! Cut! Ready, ready! Cut, cut! Set, ready! Down. Ready, ready. Here we go, set. 52 blaster. Hut. Set, hut. Set. Come on, set. Ready, set. Here we go. Set, cut. Let's go. Set, go. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go. Set, ready, ready. On the double, ready, go. Ready, hut. Ready, ready. Set. Hut, hut. Down. Ready. Here we go. Set. Ready. Ready. Set. Hut. Hut. Come on. Set. Watch out now. 50%. Here we go. Set. On the ready. Ready, Ready, ready. Set, go. Let's go. Hut, hut. Ready, set. Trouble, 38. Ready. Let's go now.